Okay, alrighty guys, this is the 2007 Chevy Silverado, but they retrofitted the 2010-2011 GM Chevy body, and we went ahead and got his power door locks and power windows because since remember he bought it like this, so he didn't do this to it, so he already knew more or less what he was going to be expecting as far as for the electrical issues and problems he was going to be having with this vehicle. And one thing on this truck is on the 2007s, the power usually for the door locks and the power windows, it's usually a polarity change, positive negative and then reverse negative positive. On the 2011 wiring, that's all data. It's one wire that controls it, pretty much like the main switch controller for this one is data. This right here, if you have this type of switch controller, like on your door, it's data. There's no longer hard pins that connect or reverse. It's one wire, and it controls it. The BCM sends out the signal as soon as you flip the switch and you go window up or window down or lock and unlock. It's a different code to that one wire, and this guy knows as well. As soon as it sends a signal, it goes back to the computer, back to the BCM, and then back to this guy, and it does what it has to do with the door locks or the power windows to go up, go down, door lock or unlock. So on this vehicle, on this side, we had to do hardwire. This right here, I still got to make it pretty and mount it, but this is just for right now raw, because there's actually something else I want to talk about. But right there is my power window module for this side. This side had to be done like this because of that reason, because of the data wire, and there's no way to really trick it unless he goes buys a new BCM for the 2011, which is going to be, I can imagine, like $1,000 on up at the dealer. And to integrate most of these connectors that come out of the door boot and they come up over here, these are not even powered. I had to manually power them, ignition, the data wire. So in order to get power over here to this harness for these goodies to work. And then, as far as on the driver's side, the main switch controller for the actual power windows, the actual switch for the main power windows on the driver's side, this one is contact to contact in here. It just contacts that positive negative and then the reverse polarity, negative positive. So this one works. As you just do the tap, and that's already pre-built into the switch as well. So that's that right there. And this one I was able to do this with tricking the contacts over here and for And then as far as for the you can barely see it because in here it's very bad lighting. Okay, and then right here for the power windows and power locks, I had to make these switches. I have the power control module for the windows, and then the power control module right here is for the door locks right here. For him to be able to actually have that function still, you know. This right here on this side is for the windows, and this over here is for the door locks. This is window down, and then window up. Okay, and then right here is for the door locks right here to lock and unlock. So there's unlocked, locked, unlocked, lock, unlock, lock, unlock. Yeah, so I mean, they had taken, like I tell you, to an electronic specialist that's here in town, and this is just way too advanced for him. He just told him come over to Hector's, and this is all I work on, guys. Is 2011, 2010, 2009. I mean, you name it. That's all I pretty much work on. And also, we're checking out his audio. His audio equipment, awesome, man. That was another bad bugger. Back from 2000 on up, all of these trucks, whenever you remove the door panel, the weather seal loosens, and it's no good no more. And another thing, on all these speakers, if you don't have some type of protecting coating on it, or like a shield or like a baffle for it, you will get water that will go into your voice coil. I've seen speakers explode. Like I tell you, I've seen voice coils lock up on while they're playing, they'll just completely seize. I've seen some like it looks like almost like it was fire sparking back here. I mean, it was just horrible. So on these vehicles, you need on all these speakers, whenever you install them on these trucks, you need to add a special shield. Dynamat would do good. Black vinyl, and just covering the speaker. Like say, if this is going to be the top part right here, I'll line the vinyl right here as best as I can to the edge of it, and then just taper it on down. So like if there is any water there, it'll just run right off the speaker, and it actually adds a nice sound to the speaker as well, because there's not that much air pressure back here, and obviously down here is going to be open to these openings right here, so the sound will still sound very good and very nice, and it's going to act like it's in a little bit better, tighter, smaller enclosure. But other than that, I mean, we invest so much in our car audio, and to let this happen, well, I mean, this is from the other shop, the other place that they tried doing this retrofit electronics, and no, it just didn't work. But yeah, that's a biggie right there. Oh, and also, look, because of the water, it's connected, right? It's connected with this crossover. Let me go ahead and power it up real quick. Okay, that's on right there. Let's connect this one here. I took out the extension right here. Right there, it's connected. See right there? Right now, what you hear is playing is only the tweeter. What it is, it's the acid erosion. It's the water that's actually coming into the back of the speaker. This right here is the tweeter side. This right here is the whooper side. It's connected. It's just a bad connection. It looks can be deceiving. I mean, I've been listening to this too long, and I already know what the problem is. So yeah, on these trucks, guys, you need to put some type of shielding, baffle. There's a brand called XTC that sells baffles for different size speakers, 6x9s. I mean, from all the way from 4 inches up to like 10-inch woofers, 12-inch woofers. That's a real nice setup right there. Or you could do the Dynamat, like I told you, or you could use vinyl. I mean, there's a lot of options. I mean, get creative with it, and you could save your speakers and the sound, because this is, I mean, obviously the customer came in for much more than just this little issue, but he also wants me to check out the audio system because it's not functioning right. The amplifier, as soon as you would crank it up, it will go straight into protect mode. But little things like this, imagine if the vehicle was running perfect and there was nothing wrong with it, but you just have tweeters sounding. Come on now. So, but as far as on this, I do not like connectors like this, especially from brands that I do not know. And since I'm redoing the work, I want to make sure it's 110%. So this is going to get resoldered. The other side, I already resoldered the other side over there. So let's get to it. Okay, guys, that's the way it should look after it gets soldered. Like that, there is no intermediate connections or sound phasing in and out. You know it's a solid, good connection, and that no more acid erosion will play a factor in it, or any type of corrosion. Okay, and then I still got to do the wires up here as well. I mean, these connectors are also susceptible to that as well. So might as well eliminate that and solder them and make them one wire. Alrighty, guys, we got it rock and roll done. All the problems that he had with the vehicle, we went ahead and took care of him on that. We also tinted his windows for him because he wasn't compliant with Texas law, so we went ahead and put him the window film on there. And just so you guys, right here are the keys. There's nothing in the vehicle right now. There's nothing in the ignition. We got this way for it to always be on. But it's also got that one-time switch hit, and it's a done deal. Okay. And then on this side, remember, it's right here with these switches. I don't know if you guys... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's with these switches right here. This side over here is for the windows, for the passenger side window, and then this one right here is... These two switches are for the lock and unlock. Okay, and here's for the power door lock here. It's open, it's unlocked, locked, unlocked. Unlock, unlock. There we go, good to go. And then the sound system now also sounds awesome. He actually had a short in it. Besides about 20 different connections that were no good, went in and fixed all that for him and made it a real good installation. Clean up the wire. And also another problem that he was having was his wires were going to the back to the top, right there. Watch. Right there, the wiring goes back in under the amplifier and then to the back, and then it runs down this panel right here. And the problem with that is that it was squishing the power and ground wires from when it was mounted on right there onto this right here. Right here, right there, where the screw actually goes to the panel. It's called power compression, and that was causing the power wire not to have the correct voltage it should have. It was more deterred and more resistance, and that's also what was probably plaguing the amplifier going in to protect. It wasn't having enough voltage, so we went ahead and put in half-inch spacers right there. That right there is not factory. That right there I put on there on all of them. So there's actually a room back here now. I can put my finger in there and there's plenty of room for his power wires. So there you go. And then on his fog lights, the top are HIDs. But whenever the owner had sold it to him, had sold them the truck, the owner had pulled out the HIDs in the bottom, and he had put back the regular bulbs. What is it? The 5202 guy right there. It's not connected to anything, and he cut off the harness that connected to that bulb, and connected the wires from the harness into the HID ballast, and in order for those to work, he would either one buy HID bulbs, or two, we have to order him the 5202 fog light connector harness that goes into the fog light, and then connect it off into the wire, solder it back onto the harness, and weather resistant heat shrink. So it would fit in no acid erosion or corrosion to the wiring. But that's the problem right there. So we're gonna go ahead and give it to him, and it's a done deal. Okay, guys, get it done right. Get it done right. Come on over. If you're nearby, come on over. We'll take care of you guys. Everything's back on how it should be. Nothing loose, nothing dangling. We have this truck pretty much, halfway off everything.
Every dollar you donate helps provide.
Okay, well, let's give it to him. Let me give him a call. Tell him to pick it up.